Alright guys, Joe Saglimbeni back on his channel, Joe Saglimbeni, and today I figure I release a video about 5 books that have changed my financial life. These are 5 books that changed my financial life, and I think they may change yours. So let's get to it. Alright guys, first let me introduce myself. Joe Saglimbeni, blue collar worker, been investing in the stock market for over 3 decades. And today I'm on my YouTube channel, and now I'm a YouTube creator. So please like, share, comment, subscribe if eventually you like this video. So let's talk about it. 5 books that have changed my financial life. Now, before we go into it, I just want to let you know that I have read hundreds of books. And over the years, I've made a list of the books that I've made on my website, accessnotdenied.com. And there you'll see 50, 60, maybe 100 books that I have read on my blog. So check it out. Go check it out. I'll leave the blog information down below. And of course, these 5 books, I will also leave affiliate links down below. And you could support the channel if you want by using the affiliate link. But you could also find these books for free at the public library. So before we get into these 5 books, I just want to explain that over the years, since I was in high school, in college, I've read a lot of books that have helped me or motivated me to strive to be the best, to try to be successful. And I didn't want to make a list of these type of books that motivate people because I've read all of them. Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, Tony Robbins, Rich Dad, Rich Man, Poor Dad, whatever. I've read them all. But I wanted to make this list of specific books that can help you to become a well-rounded investor, stock investor, and also kind of motivated you just because when you become a successful investor, you motivate yourself. So I just wanted to say that before we start with the books. Okay, so I'm going to come up from a bottom to top approach. All right, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to start with a book that is kind of philosophical. And that would be The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This book is kind of a parable about a journey, one man's journey of learning how to save money, how to kind of be a businessman. And it's a good book for young type readers, teens, and high school readers. And it's a good starting place because they teach you, save 10%, to save 15%, how to make deals and trade. And it's a nice little parable, very positive, kind of positive thinking type of book, and one of my favorites. And it's a book you can always read again. That's how easy it is to read. If you ever get down on yourself or you want to read a book to kind of motivate you and pick you up, this is a book that can start your journey to financial freedom. Another book that I recommend as we go from bottom to top is The Automatic Millionaire by David Bach. So this book kind of, this book kind of sort of teaches you a little bit about mutual funds and investing in the stock market. But what it really does is kind of set you up to make sure your accounts, almost every account, from your bank account to your stock account to your mutual fund account to almost any account, setting up an automatic investing program. There's dollar cost averaging involved. There's savings, setting up your savings account, setting up your stock account, setting up your mortgage account for automatic payments. Kind of forget it, do it, forget it, do it, forget it, and just let it go automatic. Sort of passive. And that book is good because once it kind of teaches you the habits. And once you get into habits of saving and investing, you begin to all of a sudden realize the compounding effect of, let's say, mutual funds, stock mutual funds, or the compounding effect of paying down your debt. And this leads to the number 3 book that I recommend. And of course, that would be The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Now, this book, I go back on this book, maybe 15 years ago, reading this book when I was trying to manage my debt. But what is also good about this book, it kind of has not only managing debt, but general investing philosophies and kind of a positive motivational book to get you going. And if you kind of watch Dave's podcast or Dave's YouTube channel tied to his podcast, you get a lot of that rah-rah moments of getting out of debt and achieving your goal. There's some talk about insurance. There's some talk about asset classes. Some, small business talk. It's a good motivational book that definitely helps you control your debt. So that's number 3, Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover. Now, number 2 is a book that is probably one of the most important books I've ever read on stock market investing. So as you can see, we've gone up and getting more difficult. And that's why I want you to read these books in this order, because this book that I'm getting into right now, it's called Stocks for the Long Run by Jeremy Siegel. And there's been many editions. I think they're up to edition 14 or something. But this will show a historical analysis of the stock market over 80, 90, 100 years and how well it has performed over those years. And what are the kind of things you need to do when you're investing in stocks, individual stock securities, what you need to do to become very wealthy and like generational wealth. So Stocks for the Long Run is not the easiest book, but if you can read and understand Stocks for the Long Run, if you get to that understanding of that book, then when you get to the next book, it should be easy. So the next book is a book from an author that not many people know named Phil Town. and it's called Rule Number One. And it's basically Phil Town's version of Warren Buffett type investing, value investing. But unlike Buffett, who doesn't like to get into a aggressive company, or may take years to get into an aggressive company like Apple or Chipotle Mexican Grill or even Starbucks when it first began, this book by Phil Town gets into it, saying that those can be valued. Those type of growth companies have value, and there's a way to value them. And he goes through formulas. He goes through moving averages, revenues, sales, earnings per share, moats, margins of safety. This book is the most difficult book of the 5 books, but it is the book that if you could read this and understand this book, it will truly change your life when it comes to looking at a stock as a company, looking at the company and the stock and why this stock continues to go up. And that's it, guys. So it's a quick video about 5 books that I think can change your financial life. They all change my financial life. And those books, again, Richest Man in Babylon, Automatic Millionaire, Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, Stocks for the Long Run, and finally, Phil Town's Rule Number One. All right, guys? So if you liked this video, of course, please like it, comment below. And if you dislike it, dislike it. Let that algorithm work for me. And I've had a great time, and I'm hoping you did too. So I will see you guys soon. Have a great one. Bye.